is your Pisces not replying to your text messages? Why are they evading your phone calls? Why haven't you heard from them? Why are they ghosting you? If you're wondering these things, this video is for you because I'm going to give you 10 reasons why your Pisces is ghosting you, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Mina, your favorite Pisces astrologer, back with a really interesting video, kind of a touchy, sensitive topic. We're going to dive deep into why Pisces ghosts other people. Even if the Pisces loves you, you're their favorite person, they'll still ghost you. It's just what we do. It's awful. I admit it. It's an awful behavior. It destroys intimacy, yet such a bad habit to break. It's so hard. What is ghosting? Ghosting defined as the act of stopping communication suddenly with no explanation. You're texting your Pisces, everything's going great, and mid-sentence, they just don't reply to you. First it's 24 hours, and it turns into a week. Then it's a month. Maybe it's a year. Maybe it's a permanent ghosting. So many possibilities here. It's not kind behavior. And I say that because as Pisces people, we strive to always be kind, like Jesus levels of kind. Yet we have this Achilles heel. We suck at communication. Mercury is in detriment. The planet of talking, socializing, thinking is in detriment, meaning it sucks in the sign of Pisces. It is not a Pisces natural wheelhouse to keep up with normal communication, like spoken communication. Clear, concise, consistent, the 3 C's, not Pisces talent at all. They're more so talented in silent communication, observing body language, intuitive communication. We live in our heads, seeing energetic connections between things. None of that involves talking or texting, communicating. And it is a big issue because society, modern day society, demands per social current etiquette that if someone texts you or calls you, that you respond promptly, especially if that person matters to you. It's just a really bad look in today's age to ghost. So this is why I want to push us as a community, my Pisces people. Remember, I'm one of you. Don't shoot the messenger. To be better, because this does block us from having intimate connections with other people. But also, I want to push for other people to understand us deeper, because I think a lot of times people will jump to the worst case scenarios when your Pisces ghosts you. And I understand why, because hey, you have no information to go on. But it's not always as bad as you think. I'm so motivated to do this video because of this very reason. And before I get too deep into it, thank you so much for the 30K subscribers on YouTube. I'm so happy, you have no idea. And above all, I'm so grateful. Thank you to every single one of you, my supporters, my fans, for growing and believing in my dream. I cannot thank you enough. Please continue to help me grow, and I will send that magic back to you. Share my videos, support the cause. Thank you so much. Who is this video for? This video is for anyone dealing with a Pisces person and they're currently ghosting you. Who is a Pisces person? Anyone with a lot of Pisces planets in their chart. It doesn't have to be just the Pisces sun. It could be rising, moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars, you name it. Or you could be dealing with a 12th house person. 12th house is associated with Pisces. So if you're dealing with someone who has a lot of 12th house planets, even if they're in different signs, that person has Pisces problems. They might ghost. If you're dealing with a Neptune person, this video is for you because Neptune is a modern ruler of Pisces. Hi, my Neptune people. And honestly, a lot of Pisces secrets is tied up. And why we do certain things, our psychology is tied up in understanding the planet of Neptune. So if your person has Neptune in the 1st house, a tight conjunction to Neptune sun, moon, Mercury, Venus rising, Mars, this could be about them too. And if you're a Pisces who's just hypocritically in the audience, you're like, I'm a Pisces and I ghost people, but I still get mad when other Pisces ghost me. You're in great company. I'm also a hypocritical Pisces. I have a few Pisces in my life. Can't have too many because they're too much like me. And it still hurts, even if I ghost them, if they ghost me. Because that's how powerful of a presence Pisces energy is in someone else's life. We really are a breath of fresh, magical air because we really strive to be an idealized version of ourselves. We like to elevate someone else. We like to embody a sweet escape. Like we want to take our people away from reality in the best of ways. be dreamlike. So no wonder, of course, they miss us when we swim away, you guys. Let's have some empathy here, because we're supposed to be the nice guys of the zodiac, right? And this is not nice behavior. I have to say it. It's not kind. But we can get better. I have hope for us as a community. And also, this is kind of a trigger warning. If you're dealing with a Pisces ghosting you, you're already coming to this video most likely frustrated. You're gonna feel a lot of big feelings when you hear my reasons. You might feel angry, sad, confused, and you're just gonna be yelling at the screen like, Mina, why can't my Pisces just communicate? It would solve all these problems and it wouldn't have to be a big mystery. Well, if your Pisces could do that, we wouldn't be here today, because again, Pisces sucks at communicating. So you're asking a lot here, but again, you have to have hope it could be better. And this video, spreading awareness, will make it better for both sides of the equation. You will have more empathy and insight into your Pisces, especially thanks to cell phones. You can analyze the data of your text messages with your Pisces and see some of these patterns with the reasons I'm going to give you. And as Pisces, you could be like, oh my God, this is not so nice. I don't want to hurt my people's feelings. Let me get better. Let me find a way to work around this ghosting thing. And also, don't expect perfection, because this is just a big part of us, to be honest. It's just, of course, it's not good, because currently it's considered rude to ghost people. Shocking, I know. But anyway, life of a Pisces, we're just really weird people, you guys. So a lot of these reasons are going to make your eyes roll, but they're so real, because our existence, our perspective of life is so different. So this will tell you a lot of the reasons. This will fill in a lot of gaps, so it won't be as big of a mystery. But don't worry, my Pisces people, I'm not going to tell all of our secrets, but I'm going to tell a lot of common ones, because we have to demystify this a little bit. It hurts people too much. Number one's going to sting a little bit. Your Pisces is giving their energy to someone else. If you remember my last video, I talk about the Piscean tendency to put on a magic show, to embody an idealized self, a larger than life self. And this is because Neptune influence, right? We like to be a fantasy. So we're going to pay attention to you, the listener, our people, what you find ideal. And we're going to be just a magical curated experience for you. And that makes us so happy, because it makes you happy. You have no idea how happy you make us Pisces when you're receptive to our idealized self. So happy. But not every Pisces can keep a ton of magic shows at the same time. Some Pisces people are just like a simple 3-ring circus. Like, they can give the magic show to 3 people, and if someone invades their space and they're spread thin, then someone's going to get ghosted. This really depends on how much energy the Pisces individual has, and that, of course, depends on the birth chart. So yeah, it's not necessarily an outright rejection. It's just that someone else got to you first, or a new person has entered the Pisces immediate space, and they are like, yeah, they're just sucked dry. It could even be a stranger. Who knows with the Pisces? And, maybe they are choosing someone else over you sometimes, especially when a Pisces first falls in love. Pisces people are diehard romantics. They could get so lost in that dream, that sweet beginning of a relationship, that nothing else exists. So yeah, this is a reason. Lack of boundaries, so we're just so energetically sensitive. The first one in the race is going to suck us dry. It really sucks. We really have to create a strong sense of valuing boundaries to really begin to protect ourselves. You know how like a Virgo has like so many boundaries? We have to build up with a lot of introspection, a lot of work on ourselves to get to that point. So I don't know where your Pisces is in their boundary journey, but yeah, they're giving their energy to someone else. And maybe sometimes this is bad, but up to you to find out. Number 2, why your Pisces is ghosting you. Their real life got harder, and they're in their body because they have to deal with their responsibilities. When I say real life, I mean like the chores that every adult has to go through. Or if you're a teen, going to school, all that, you have chores too. So yeah, their real life got harder. They're just in their body. And when you're in your body as a Pisces, you're not in your imagination. And a Pisces just prefers 9 times out of 10 to be that magic show for you. And they can't do the magic show stuff if they're stuck in their body. If they're very grounded in that moment, they can't be in their imagination to give that for you. And a Pisces person will always value quality of interaction over frequency. So they could just be ghosting you until they recalibrate. Maybe their life got more responsibility added to it, which is such a drag for us Pisces people. Oh my God, we're Jupiter freedom people here. So just let them recalibrate a little bit, and then they will most likely swim back to you when they get used to this new responsibility overload. Or hey, my little office Pisces, maybe you're killing it in your office job. And again, you're just crushing it in your body, in your real world stuff. So it might not be a bad thing. Your Pisces might just be doing awesome in their body, in their grounded life. So again, not always as bad as it seems. Reason number 3, kind of related. Your Pisces might be ghosting you because they are recharging their magic battery. And every person, every Pisces magic battery is a different size. You have to really study the chart and observe these people. Again, some Pisces people can only keep up with talking to 3 people and giving them the magic show all at once. Like, that's their capacity. Sometimes we have a 10-ring magic show. Who knows? You gotta know your Pisces. But they're just simply recharging because they just cannot bear to show up unprepared. They want to give you the dream. Normal and reality is just not good enough for your Pisces, especially if you matter to them. I know it's messed up, but Pisces people really resist being a normal, regular person. They don't want to be seen like that. So if they can't show up for you, they're just going to go to their recharge station, take some time alone, ghost you, and then swim back like nothing ever happened and give you the magic show again. Number 4, why your Pisces is ghosting you. They are busy being high on Neptune. They are Neptune high. And I will say this is one of the more selfish reasons, but it's so real, and it happens with the Pisces. They are experiencing, what is Neptune high? It's a magical, getting lost in that ecstasy of a magical moment. Pisces people are obsessed with those moments in real life where daydreams intersect reality. And this could be like experiencing a beautiful art show. Like, you're actually in your body at an art show, but it makes you transcend. Neptune is a transcendent planet, and it makes you feel like you're living in a dream, and you're just taking every detail in, and you're not going to let anyone ruin your Neptune high, even your close friends. Even if they need you, you're keeping everyone out to protect this magical memory, because this is what life is about for you, collecting these magical memories. It could be you're on a magical first date. It could be you're having a magical meal. It doesn't matter. You're just going to protect it with your life if you're a Pisces. And this might mean ghosting people because you are kicking people out. So you can feel that moment with every fiber of your being. And this is where I would say it hurts Pisces with their intimate relationships. Although they're a water sign, they are deep in the sense that they can have empathy for just so many people at the same time. Loving strangers, all that type of transpersonal things. Yet they're not so deep. Don't hate me. Remember, I'm a Pisces too. They're not as deep as Scorpio and Cancer, the other water signs, in terms of one-on-one, personal, intimate relationships. Because a Cancer and a Scorpio, if they're really into you, if you're an important person, they'll leave an art show to go to you, to be there for you if you need them, even if they're doing something they like. Pisces, not so much, especially if they're Neptune high. Of course, we're creatures of service. We like to be of service to other people. But when we're Neptune high and experiencing like a dream state, we're very selfish and protective of those moments. And yeah, we don't show up for people. It's awful, but at the same time, it's hard to quit drugs, you guys. This Neptune moment is like a drug, and you get lost in it, and it's beautiful. It's luxurious. I'm really sorry that it hurts people. Number 5 is a little bit rough, but it's true. Your Pisces might be ghosting you because the Pisces' current reality doesn't align with you. What does that mean in human language? It means that the Pisces person is choosing a path that they know you will not agree with. And they view this path as something they're very passionate about. So they know you will critique and judge this path. And maybe it's with good intention. Maybe you're just trying to protect your Pisces, because Pisces are very fragile and vulnerable people due to their lack of boundaries. So what happens is the Pisces person, when they're experiencing this road that they know you won't approve of, they will put distance, because they don't want you to influence their ability, their freedom. They're Jupiter people, okay? Freedom, baby. They don't want you to stop them from living this dream, and they don't want you to pop their Neptune dream bubble. It's really sad when this happens, because Pisces people, a lot of people want to save us from ourselves, and it's because We make really bad decisions due to not seeing things clearly and not having good boundaries with other people. Yet we have that stubborn Jupiter streak, like Sagittarius people. We have to learn from experience. So a lot of times when you're close with a Pisces, it's like watching a train wreck and you can't do anything about it. They just have to learn the hard way. And I know it's really sad to be on the other end of this, but yeah, the Pisces is shutting you out. They're ghosting you because they don't want you to ruin their dream at the moment. A real life example of number 5 is our favorite Neptune celebrity. This is why this video is for Neptunes, to Ariana Grande. Right now, she's caught up in something very scandalous. She basically stole a taken man. SpongeBob, Mr. SpongeBob, the redhead guy. He had a wife and a newborn baby, and she took him anyway. So of course, maybe some of her friends in that circle don't morally agree with what she's doing. But since she's a Neptune, she has Pisces problems, she's so committed to that path, I'm sure she's ghosting some people who are normally in her inner circle in order to protect that dream. Again, I know it's so painful watching a Pisces do self-destructive things, but sometimes all you can do is watch and just hope they come back to you when they're done experiencing that reality. Reason number 6 is a bit unbelievable, especially for my skeptics out there, my little Saturn, Capricorn, Virgo critical people. You're gonna be like, what? She is lying. Your Pisces is ghosting you because they're protecting you. I know it sounds very copacetic, lying, but it's the truth. Let me explain. Because Pisces people are so energetically vulnerable to their environment and people, strangers, just everything. We're just connected even when we don't want to be. We kind of like project that onto our close people. So what does this mean? This means in human language, when the Pisces person is experiencing an intense negative emotion, like really sad, really angry, something just really negative and dark, they don't want to contaminate you or bring you down. So they will ghost you because they don't want to bring down your vibration. They don't want to invade your energy like so many people invade theirs. Pisces people, again, live for the magic show, live to elevate and uplift people. So when they're in a dark, sad state, they want to be alone, away from people they care about. Now, does this affect intimacy? Of course. Yet it's just a Pisces compulsion to push people away when we're in a dark state. And to get a little personal, I did this like last year when my mom got sick out of nowhere, and I just saw her deteriorate. And yes, sadly, she passed away not long after that. I was so heartbroken and distraught watching one of my favorite people on the planet disappear that I just had nothing positive, nothing good to say. And because of that, I ghosted so many people that love and care about me, and that I love them too, just because I didn't want to affect them with my nasty energy. That's how I viewed it. And it could be the other way around. The Pisces is experiencing a big, happy emotion, but they know you're sad. So they don't want to make you feel even worse by flaunting their happiness in your face. Because Pisces people in general are really humble people. We will make ourselves small to make other people feel better. That's just how we do it. So yeah, we're in a happy, good space and you're sad. We don't want to make you feel worse, in other words. And we could be protecting you by maybe we're hanging out with people that don't like you. And it's almost like we get into superstition mode. We don't want to mix the energies. We don't want someone who doesn't like you to have bad intentions towards you, and that leaks onto you through us as a channel almost. I know it sounds wacky, but I'm telling you it's real. Number 7 is really important and kind of deep. Your Pisces might be ghosting you because they want to grow. Now, does this mean like cutting you off and it makes them feel stronger and they're growing that way? We're not talking about Pluto or Scorpio type people or even Cancers or Leos. We're not talking about those proud, powerful, power-hungry types of personalities. We're talking about peaceful Pisces here. So Pisces people, because they're very energetically sensitive because of Neptune, and they can't protect themselves with boundaries very easily, they're energetically influenced by anything and everything beyond their will, which is why we feel like victims all the time, honestly. We start to understand because we are also ruled by Jupiter. We have that growth mindset. We want to get stronger, especially emotionally, spiritually, which involves creating boundaries. But if we want to grow in any capacity, We know we have to do it in isolation because we will get caught up in other people's lives so intensely and we'll forget about ourselves. So we will just isolate and try to grow something in ourselves, start a new project, start a new hobby until we get kind of used to it, recalibrate, and then we'll swim back to you and we'll stop ghosting you. Number 8 gets kind of heavy. Your Pisces person is ghosting you because they tried to take off the magic act and they wanted to show you their real human self, all the flaws, everything. And you did not have a good reaction to it. You reacted negatively. And it's probably because, hey, just like people get addicted to cocaine, you can get addicted to a Pisces person idealized magic show self. And of course, just in general, humans just get used to consistency. And if you stop something that they find pleasurable, they're going to freak out. It's just so unfortunate because this is really a Pisces trying to test the depth of the connection, trying to be healthier, honestly. Can't we just be ourselves with you, our raw selves, no magic act? So if you don't have a positive reaction to it at first, it's really unfortunate. Not saying you're bad. I'm just saying the Pisces is going to ghost you for this. They're going to swim away and feel very wounded and judged by you. Now, will they come back? Will this be a permanent ghosting? I can honestly see this reason being a permanent ghosting. But maybe they'll come back because they could just be very mutable. They could just forgive you. Pisces are really forgiving and try again. But they probably will never try again in the way of showing you the real self again. Kind of related to number 8. The Pisces person who struggles to have boundaries tried to have boundaries with you. And they thought, this person's close to me, so they'll be supportive. And oftentimes this boundary is maybe just saying no to something that they would usually say yes to, and you got mad. You did not react positively to this. You did not accept that Pisces person's boundaries. So this is a vulnerable spot for a Pisces person to try to have boundaries. So weird, unnatural for a Pisces person to do this. So if you do this to them, they're going to swim away, they're going to ghost you, and I don't know if they will come back. Again, Pisces are forgiving, they're mutable, they want to be at peace, but this might also be a permanent ghosting, who knows. Number 10 is kind of sad. Your Pisces person might be ghosting you because they're avoiding a real conversation with you. Now, what does this mean? Let's examine, where is Pisces exalted out of all the planets? They're exalted in the planet of Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and peace. Pisces super loves being with Venus, meaning that they're so great at bringing people together, at compromising and just elevating people, being at peace. But that means they kind of suck at the opposite planet, Mars. And Mars involves having conflict and fighting with people. So maybe you did something to make the Pisces person mad. Maybe you did 8 or 9. You violated their boundaries or you rejected their authentic self. Instead of having a real conversation with you, or maybe the Pisces person hurt your feelings. But honestly, it's one and the same for Pisces. It's conflict. They don't care if they started it or if you did. It's conflict and it's stressful. And it will kick them into flight or fight mode. And a lot of times the Pisces person will just run away from Martian stuff, like having fights with people. And it's really sad. Again, this blocks a deep intimacy with other people because it's very human to get in fights. It's very normal. Yet Pisces just feels too good for this. I know it sounds awful, but they just hate conflict. They could be evading a real conversation in terms of they don't want you to see something. They're blocking something. I'm going to give you 10, but I'm a generous Pisces. I want to give you a couple of bonus reasons of why your Pisces might be ghosting you. All in the greater good, baby. So number 11, why your Pisces might be ghosting. This one's super sad. I hate saying this one. Their perspective of you changed. So just like Pisces people like to put on a magic show, they idealize self show for other people, make people happy. They feel good about themselves. They like being a fantasy. They're the same. Their favorite people have a magic quality to them. Us Pisces people see the magic in our favorite people. And oftentimes we gravitate towards people who are kind, non-judgmental, and open-minded, accepting, because we know we're weird and we hate to be judged, so we like nice people. So let's just say you're having a human day and you're kind of mean to your Pisces. You might not even mean to be. It just comes out. Maybe you're an Aries and you can't control yourself. This will make your Pisces, possibly depending on how mature they are, how deep the connection is with you, see you differently. Like their Neptune will pop. Their idealized thing of what they thought you are will die in that moment, and they will swim away. They will ghost you. They will cut contact. Now, is this that dramatic? You know, Jupiter people like Pisces, like Sagittarius, we could be exaggerated, dramatic people. So is this a permanent ghosting? Not all the time, especially if the Pisces really loves you, if you have a lot of years under the belt with this Pisces. But I can't lie, it stings deep, because our favorite people being mean to us is just, that cuts like nothing else. And it's hard to get past. Your Pisces basically kicked you off the Neptune perfection pedestal. Another bonus reason, because I'm generous, number 12, why your Pisces is ghosting you. Your Pisces is ghosting you because they're preserving their privacy. They're preserving their mystery. Again, I think I said this in the beginning. Pisces people love privacy. They don't want everyone to see deep within them. I said it explicitly, but only once. If you're intuitive, you'll pick up that one of the biggest fears a Pisces has is their real non-magical self getting judged and criticized. So a Pisces holds on to that real self so tight and hides it so well. They feel comfortable in the world of mystery, and they are private people. So constant communication is super stressful for a Pisces, but we have to adapt as a collective, you guys, to keep up with the modern demands of what people have on us. And of course, to at least be close to 1 or 2, 3 people in this way, I think is very beneficial for our growth. Another bonus reason, number 13, why your Pisces is ghosting you. You got too deep too quick with your Pisces, and they ran away because this scares the crap out of a Pisces person. Again, Pisces people are very protective of their real selves. So let's just say you have a Scorpio or Pluto type, or even a Virgo type, someone who just asks a lot of questions and notices stuff. And they try to get too authentically personal with you too quick, like they're asking these probing personal questions right away. That most of the time will scare a Pisces off if it's too intense, because they don't let just anyone into who they really are. And if it's too much too soon, it's almost like when you're a deep sea diver and you descend too quickly deep into the ocean, your rib cage just explodes and bad stuff happens. Your rib cage might explode if you get too deep too quick with the Pisces. They will swim away. Again, Pisces is deep, but mostly in terms of having empathy for a lot of people. Transpersonal deep. Real depth, I think, is more so Scorpio and Cancer. That ability to deeply connect on a one-on-one level, not the Pisces wheelhouse. I know a lot of people might hate me for saying that, but I know this is true in my Pisces bones. So if you made it this far, you must really love your Pisces. So I'm going to give you a little fairy dust. I won't even give this reason a number, but this is a really funny and probably the most common reason your Pisces is ghosting you is that they replied to you in their head. Remember from the beginning, I told you that Pisces have a very vivid inner world. We get stuck in our head, stuck in our imagination. So we could have seen a text from you and got so happy, elated, and we had a whole conversation with you in our head to the point where we weren't in our body and we forgot, we really didn't reply to you, we didn't call you back. We don't even understand that that didn't happen. So it could be innocent. This happens so much you have no idea. So this is the reason why I think you're pretty safe with your Pisces, and don't worry, they love you. Listen to all these reasons. You're probably, Mina, I know all this information, but what do I do with it? How can I get my Pisces to swim back to me? How can I decrease these moments of ghosting? At least make it a smaller window. Don't worry, I already wrote a script for another video. My next video is gonna be how to handle it when a Pisces ghosts you, how to get them back, how to go fishing and reel your Pisces back quicker. Don't worry, I got you. That's in the future. As you know, I love reading your comments, so let me know in the comments below, what reasons do you suspect you're getting ghosted for by your Pisces? I wanna know, what have you determined from all this video data of examining your text? What reasons do you suspect you're getting ghosted? for. And if you're a Pisces, which reasons are you comfortable revealing why you commonly ghost others? Spreading information is so good for our community, you guys, because it grows our understanding, because we're so chronically misunderstood. All right, and if you made it this far, you must be a super fan. So this is going to be my personal MINA section where I get real with you a little bit. I put astrology on the shelf and I give you a little bit of my real life. I just saw The Boy and the Heron, that new Miyazaki movie in the theater, and this was a total Neptune high moment. I was completely mesmerized and Neptune high. I was not answering any texts. I was totally ghosting people because I was just so caught up in this magical movie. Yet I did not cry. You have no idea how upset I am at myself that I did not cry during this highly emotionally charged movie. My Cancer moon is so disappointed. However, I think I did cry in one Miyazaki movie. It was the one called Where's Marnie? That one really got me super crying. But anyway, have you seen that movie? Let me know in the comments. All right, you guys, thank you for staying the whole time. I hope you learned something about your Pisces, and I hope you can come to an understanding with one another. And I hope I inspired you to be better, my Pisces people. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.